Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to the channel. A daily dose of Tammy. Let me be your inner voice. If you're new here, I'm Tammy, a licensed mental health therapist and author of Lessons from the Listening Lady, Adolescence and Anxiety, a family guide to making the mind-body-spirit connection. I am a therapist who blends cognitive behavioral therapy, known as CBT, with spiritual tools and insights to help people heal, grow, and live with more freedom and authenticity. My mission is to be a bridge between psychology and spirituality because the truth is, most of us are operating on autopilot, running on old programming we never consciously chose to begin with. And that programming, it's made up of paradigms, which are beliefs and patterns that shape how we see the world, how we see ourselves, and what we believe is possible. Today, we're talking about paradigm shifts, what they are, why they matter, and how they can help us heal, grow, and live a more expansive life. So, what is a paradigm? A paradigm is essentially a mental framework. It's a collection of beliefs, assumptions, and habits that color everything we do. Most of these are unconscious. They come from childhood experiences, culture, trauma, religion, relationships, and repeated thoughts we've practiced over time. Some paradigms are helpful, like believing people are mostly good, or that mistakes are opportunities to learn. Others, however, not so much. Like, I have to earn love. If I fail, I'm worthless. People can't be trusted. It's too late for me to change. Cognitive behavioral therapy teaches us that our thoughts create our emotions, and our emotions drive our actions. When you're stuck in a limiting paradigm, you're stuck in a loop, and it becomes incredibly hard to create change. This is why most people live in Groundhog's Day, doing the same thing over and over and getting the same results. And here's the beautiful truth that nobody tells us. Paradigms can shift. And when you shift a paradigm, you change your life from the inside out. See, most people want to change their job or their relationship from the outside in, thinking if I change what's happening out there, I'll be happier. But it doesn't work that way. That's why you will see people making the same mistakes over and over because they aren't changing the paradigm or their beliefs. Change comes from the inside out, and that's the first paradigm shift you need to make. Here's something we don't talk about enough. Your mind is a survival tool. It's constantly scanning, filtering, and assessing. And while that's helped us stay safe, it holds us back from growth and expanding. The mind as a survival tool means we often default to fear-based protective thinking. We give way too much power to our mind, letting it dictate our worth, our safety, and here's the key, our potential. We've been conditioned to believe certain things are true, not because they are true, but because we heard them enough times from family, from teachers, from media, and from trauma. And the good news is what has been programmed can be reprogrammed. This is what CBT is all about, creating new neural pathways. It's about taking the reins back, choosing what gets to stay and what you are lovingly ready to release. You don't have to keep giving your power away to your thoughts that were never yours to begin with. You can thank your mind for trying to protect you and then choose again. That's the essence of healing, taking your power back, one thought at a time. So then what triggers a paradigm shift? Sometimes it's something big, a loss, a breakthrough, a rock bottom moment, a deep conversation, or a spiritual awakening. But more often, it's the quiet moments when you start asking, what if that belief isn't true? What if I'm not broken, but I'm just conditioned? What if I choose a new way of seeing this? That tiny question plants a seed. From a spiritual perspective, I believe these moments are divine invitations, nudges from something greater, reminders that you are not here to live in fear, shame, or scarcity. You are here to remember who you really are, and your higher power whatever you call it, wants that for you too. So how do we shift a paradigm? This is where CBT meets spiritual practices. And first, it's with awareness. You can't change what you don't see. Start noticing your thoughts, especially the automatic ones. Write them down. Get curious, not judgmental. Challenge the thought. Ask, is this thought true? Where did I learn this? Is it serving me now or holding me back? Then choose a new thought. CBT calls this alternative thoughts. Spiritually, we might call it realigning with your higher self. Choose a thought that feels expansive, not restrictive. One that opens the heart. For example, I am learning to trust myself. I am worthy of love even when I mess up. There's always another way. Feel it. Don't just say it. Feel what that new belief would be like in your body. Breathe it in. Sit with it. Let it soften your nervous system. And practice. This is a reprogramming practice that takes time, compassion, repetition. But over time, your brain changes. Your nervous system resets and your energy shifts. Now, I want to say something really important. Paradigm shifts don't require perfection. In fact, they require grace. You don't need to get it right every time. You don't need to have all the answers. You are allowed to be learning. You are allowed to have setbacks. This is all part of the process. Spiritual growth is not about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you've always been before the conditioning, before the trauma, before the shame. You don't have to earn love. You are love. And every small shift towards self-acceptance strengthens your inner foundation. So let's do an inner paradigm reset exercise right now. I want you to find a quiet space. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to place one hand on your heart, and I want you to take a deep breath. And I want you to ask yourself, what is one belief I am ready to release today? Let it come to the surface naturally. Don't judge it, just notice it. And now I want you to ask yourself, what belief do I want to embody instead? Say it out loud. Let the words fill your whole body. And I want you to repeat it. Breathe into it. Visualize that new belief guiding you. And I want you to practice this daily. Give yourself 2 to 3 minutes to really change your inner world. You can also use affirmations to anchor in new paradigms. These tools all go back to reprogramming the mind. Affirmations such as, I am safe to change. I release what no longer serves me. I am open to seeing myself and the world differently. My past does not define me. My truth is love. I am worthy of growth, peace, and expansion. Each day, I return more fully to myself. I honor my journey, even when it's messy. I forgive myself and I choose again. Journaling is another powerful tool. So here are some journal prompts to help you. What limiting belief have I carried that I know is not mine? Where did it come from? And who would I be without it? Then go deeper and ask, what new belief am I ready to plant in its place? What would it look like if I lived from this place? Let your answer flow without censoring it. What comes up might surprise you. There was a time on my own journey where I believed I had to do everything for everyone to be lovable. That was my paradigm. It showed up in my relationships, in my business, and even in how I saw myself. But the moment I saw that belief clearly, I began to unravel it. Through CBT, I replaced it with compassion and self-love. Through spiritual practice, I remembered my inherent worth. It wasn't overnight. It was a process. But that growth meant everything to me. And I share that to say, you can do this too. Paradigm shifts don't just change your mindset. They change your frequency. They open doors you never thought were possible. They bring you back into alignment with who you truly are. Whole, worthy, and guided. So let me ask you this. What old belief are you ready to let go of? And what new paradigm are you ready to step into? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to witness this for you. If this episode spoke to you, like, share, and subscribe. There is so much more goodness to share. You are not your thoughts. You are not your pain. You are the one who gets to choose again. We're in this together. See you next time.